Hey, welcome to Step It Up podcast. I'm Helene.
And I'm Penelope.
And we're here to step it up, empowering the overweight to overcome, because we are.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we are every day. It's a state of being. It's an ongoing process every day.
Every day.
We're stepping it up in every way.
Yes, I love that.
Guess what, folks? We've got an issue.
Big one.
In this country especially, and it's obesity. We have an epidemic of obesity happening in this country, and it's quite serious. It's so serious that I read in The Economist a few weeks ago that they've developed a pill for obesity. A pill.
It's insane.
Let me tell you, folks, there's no pill for obesity.
No. There's no pill.
No, there really isn't. I mean, throughout your life, Penelope, all the doctors wanted to give her meds. Can I tell them?
Tell them.
She was diagnosed with ADD and ADHD and dyslexia and executive functioning issues and like all this stuff. And I wanted to help you so badly, but I could not help you. And so, of course, it makes sense. The least I could do would give her the pill. The doctor says it will help. But then I looked into those medications and the long-term effects, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right to me. I mean, medication usually doesn't build the skill. Do you know what I mean? The pill doesn't build the skill, a good friend of mine says. And I think that that's right, because, I don't know, tell me about your friends who took the medication. Not that we're better than them. I want to be clear. We made a decision, and it was the harder road to go on. But it may have been the more worthy. So what happened to your friends when they took the pills?
I was in specialized schools almost my whole life, and I went to school with the kids that had ADHD, ADD, Asperger's, autism. I went to school with all those people, so they were all on medication. And I remember seeing them get their medication at lunchtime. The nurse would come over and give them their pill, or they'd be like, oh, I have to eat before I do this. And I always thought that was really weird. I was like, that's so weird. Why can't you just live like a normal person, like me? Whatever. I didn't understand because I was so little. And they were very out of touch with reality. They would sit there, but when you were supposed to laugh, they wouldn't really laugh. Sometimes they were out of tune with their emotions. They were kind of like a blank stare. They'd stare into space, and I'm like, wait, doesn't ADHD mean that you don't have a lot of attention span? Why are you staring into space? Why aren't you listening to me when I'm talking to you? Why aren't you really here right now? This is so weird. And some of them would do they would just weren't able to speak fully. They would have different ways of talking when they were on the medication or wasn't. I remember one time the medication wore off, and one of the kids got really hyper and really excited and started going around jumpy and all excited. And I was like, oh, that's them. That's who they really are. That's so cool. And then I remember the nurse was like, you're late for your meds. You're late for your meds. And she came running over. He took his pill. And I never saw him like that again.
Oh, wow, that's really sad.
And I was like, that's so, why are those two completely different people? And what's wrong with that person, that happy person I just saw? At 6 years old.
Yeah, this things are getting really crazy with the medication. And I get that we're supposed to be really advanced, but I believe in nature. I believe in the nature of nature. And if that's your nature, then you got to find an educational system that's going to work. And our educational system may not be the right fit for somebody with that tendency, who's extremely bright, extremely creative, extremely hands-on. So I just wanted to talk about medication in general. I am absolutely not a doctor. I have no business whatsoever telling anyone what medication to take or not to take, except for, of course, my own child.
Me too. I have no business telling anyone either.
Yeah, so we're just here to say that this new obesity pill is not going to build the skill. And what I mean by that is that the basic pillars of losing weight that have worked for us are really through amazing food, delicious, healthy, abundant food, through exercise.
Meditation.
Yeah. These are the two things. Everyone knows that, right? That's not a unique thing. Everyone knows that. But it's more about having fun when you exercise. So it's more of an outlet for your emotions to move. It's more about finding really delicious recipes that you will master and love. Because that's possible. I was on MasterChef, and I love to cook. And for years, Penelope, you wouldn't even eat my food.
I know, you eat anything for food.
Like
it
years.
smelled really good. I just was not really that interested.
It smelled good?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was like, why doesn't she eat my food? Why can't I cook for her? It was so hard.
And now I eat her food every day. I'm like, Mom, what are you making for lunch? How can I help? What are you making for dinner? How can I help?
I'm still like pinching myself. I'm like, really? Is this happening?
Yeah.
Because
No, your food is bomb.
Oh,
and
thank
it's so
you.
fun to cook with you.
Thank you.
And I'm actually starting to learn now. Like, I'm becoming more humble and learning from you on like why she uses that spice, why she does this, and how she cuts that. Because I'm actually interested, and I want to benefit people around me and myself to be able to cook the way you do. Because it's a real talent that you have. Like, it's a super special talent.
It's all from love.
And spice. you know how to spice food like properly.
Oh, thank you.
You've mastered that, and not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Now I've got to learn how to like package that up and teach it, because recipes are cool, but I do think recipes are like a setup for failure. Like, like what perfect world exists where you have all the ingredients?
I know. I totally agree.
Yeah, I think if like you can learn like the basic components and then start to mix and match, because like at the end of the day, we all open our fridge and we're like, what's in the fridge? What do we have to eat for lunch? It's not like you take out the recipe and then you're like, okay, who does that?
Not a lot of people.
I mean, some people might, but I mean, like,
I don't.
I'm not that person. I'm like, oh, those radishes look good. Oh, the artichokes are fresh. Oh, how about those lemons? It's like, that's how women shop usually. It's like we go intuitively in the store and we choose things that are like really delicious looking, not from packages.
No.
There's not like much goodness you're going to be able to find in a package, and it's just because the industry is kind of monopolized, and there's a lot of people, who have a stake in that game, and you really do need to learn how to make food for yourself. And they'll stop it. I just heard them say, like, I don't have time for that. Stop it.
Make time.
If you can't like take time to take care of yourself, then don't expect you to have good health. Unless you have enough money to hire a chef or to order really healthy food to your door.
Yeah.
I mean, but that costs a fortune. I mean, that costs like several $1,000s a month. And you might be that person. Awesome. Cool. But like making smart choices about your health is by far the most important thing you can do for your mind, your body, your family, your work, your everything, your future, everything. There's like nothing more important, actually.
Yeah.
Nothing. But I don't know about you, but I take it really seriously because, life literally depends on it. The pill doesn't build the skill.
No, it doesn't.
But you learning the skills, us learning the skills, it helps. I mean, for years you ate, what were you eating those years?
Pizza, cheeseburgers, double cheeseburgers, French fries, milkshakes, ice cream, cookies, chips, Doritos, taquitos. I know you guys know what that is. Some of you do. Pastries, donuts. I mean, it was a whole shebang. Candy. Oh, that makes me so grossed out now.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm curious, like, it doesn't taste good to you anymore?
No, because I was 300 pounds and I overate that food so much, I would like binge eat like 2 double cheeseburgers and 2 packs of curly fries and a milkshake and a Coke and a soda.
I know you guys can relate.
And I'm like disgusted by talking about like I can't even, but right now I'm really grossed out by it because it was so intense. Like you don't like eat 2 cheeseburgers in one sitting and 2 things of fries. Like I was so sick afterwards, I couldn't breathe. And then I'd throw up. And so now when I look at that food or I see that food, I just remember the feeling that I would get when I ate it. And that feeling will never go away. And like it was good for like a second and then it was terrible. And the feeling I felt after, it felt like a hangover. It felt like someone slapped me in the face and slapped me in the stomach. Like it just was so bad. It made me feel so sick inside and out that I just could never go back to that feeling. Like I never want to feel that way again. And that's how I got out of that situation, because I realized like I don't want to feel like this ever again. And now when I see it, smell it, look at it, I'm like literally disgusted by it and I can't even.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm even a vegan now because of it, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't even look at that.
Right.
Yeah.
But there was a phase where you had cravings, and it was you had a phase where it was like it was challenging. But you went from like the hamburger to the turkey burger.
Exactly, and that took me like 2 years, really. I think to go from like the burger to the turkey burger, from the turkey burger to the veggie burger to the salad, and that's like the whole philosophy around how I got to where I did, because I was just slowly stepping it up. With my exercise, 30 minutes to 45 to an hour to a walk and exercise. Like, it's just like slowly but surely changing my lifestyle so that it can just become part of my life.
Yeah, and then you would like go on you were just doing like one thing for a while, like I don't know. This was kind of before, but you did like just burritos for a while.
Oh yeah.
And then you were like every day. She's like, I just want you to say. And then you were like done. And then you went on to something else, and it's like I'm just using it as an example because it's just like little by little you find things that work for you.
Exactly.
And then that's why like in the program that we're building, like every month we want you to master like at least 4 recipes that you love.
Love.
And then you build on that month 2, 4 more recipes that you love and that you can make and that you feel really confident, like I can do this. I know I can get these ingredients. I know I can make this. It's in my budget and like I got this.
Yeah.
You can package that food up, take it with you, like do whatever you need to do. So it's a really, really important thing. Now, if you were in that phase, Penelope, where you were eating all that food, what if I said there's a pill that can help you? What would you have learned all this?
No, I wouldn't have learned all of it, and I've actually, I've tried. I've thought about trying pills, and I've tried like herbs, herbal supplements, and herbal teas.
Even
like,
more
I've tried stuff.
risky things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I tried one risky thing, and it did work, but I was miserable, and it didn't solve the problem forever because right when I got off of it, I was back to the same person I was 7 days ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. Those things are like temporary fixes to instant emotions. And
ooh, that's good. Temporary fixes to instant emotions.
And that's just not how you live, right? We want to have that instant emotion not rule our lives, for one, and 2, we want to create something that's sustainable and manageable, that isn't based off of emotions or other people's words or other people's feelings. It's based on us and what we want for our life and ourselves and our future.
That's right. Yeah. And I think that the journey for me, and it sounds like also for you, has taught me a lot.
Oh, so much.
It's taught me so much about myself, about how to satisfy my hunger and what hunger really is, what cravings actually represent.
Yeah.
But it is a process. It does take its own time because you had to shift your physiology, you had to shift your microbiome, you had to shift your mind, your psychology, but also your neurobiology. So, everything happens, just in layers, step by step, slowly, the systems of your body rebuild themselves and you can recover everything.
Everything.
And people were talking about saggy skin in the comments. And I think that the reason why we don't have saggy skin from our weight loss journey is because we eat really healthy oils and we're really mindful about, we're not doing like yo-yo dieting or extreme deprivation ever. And that's just more of it, by the way. More of the compulsion, more of the self-abuse, more of that horrible feeling you were just describing, being slapped in the face or punched in the stomach or just hungover. Like that stuff that tyranny has to end.
Yeah.
And our commitment is really to joy, abundance, love, fun, health, community.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to join us, if we want to learn more, please go to our Instagram page, to the link tree, and give us your email, and we will send you more information about the Step It Up program.